Good evening, Pradeep Milam, 4 Jake Place, Monroe Township. Finding out wrongdoing and exposing him in a public is a different thing. So what are we doing when he was on vacation for 6 months or like 5+ months and we paid for him? When he's on a suspension with pay, we paid for him. So are we planning to recover the money, or are we going to punish him in any way, financially especially, for the wrongdoings, or he'll just get the reprimand and then he'll just get free jail card? I don't know. So apart from Gorski, I have a few questions on the referendum that is you guys are planning. So what is the final estimated cost that we submitted to DOE?
If you have multiple questions,
Yeah.
if you could
So,
let us know, and then we will answer
Okay,
them.
the cost is one question. The second question is like, are we doing like a multiple questions in the ballot, or are we doing like a single question? Are we approving this referendum, or are we doing a high school and middle school and other schools as like 3 different options? So that's all my questions for now.
Okay. Mrs. Chanley, if you'd like to address the referendum questions?
So thank you for asking the question, and in the back we have visuals so that people could actually see what the referendum consists of. It will be one question, and the total cost currently is $103 million, and at this time we are waiting the financial amount that will be given to us from the state. So we do not have that number. So that 103 is currently the total cost for the 17 classrooms on the middle school, the 17 classrooms on the high school, and the rejuvenation and revamping of Applegarth and the addition onto Applegarth as well.
Okay.
And as far as the questions that you raised about our former business administrator, I'm going to ask Mr. Gagliardi to address that question.
Well, I'm not going to speak about any current or former employee. I'm going to answer the question generically. So as far as any occasion when a school employee is suspended, the board is required to suspend them only with pay unless they have been indicted or they've been served with tenure charges. And only under those circumstances can you suspend an employee without pay. In the case of tenure charges, that can only be for 120 days, and then you have to resume paying the employee anyway. So as a matter of law, the board's ability to suspend employees without pay is very, very limited. As far as pursuing a civil claim against an employee for any type of improper action, it's a very circular activity. So school employees, also as a matter of state law, are entitled to indemnification and a defense in a civil matter arising from their official duties. So if a school district were to file a civil suit against a school employee, which you don't see, and here's the reason why you don't see it. If they were to file such a suit, the school district would be required to hire an attorney for that employee. And if there was civil liability visited upon an employee because of something they did or didn't do in the course of their official responsibilities, the board would have to pay the damages. Now, the board may or may not have insurance, but as you can see, it's a circular activity. So the questions that you ask are very commonly asked because they make a whole lot of sense, but state law greatly confines a school district's ability to consider the sort of things that you were raising when it comes to any existing or former employee. Thank you, Madam President.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So what I interpret from your answer is like, if you sue, we have to, like the school district has to pay for our attorney and his attorney, and the outcome might not be good and spending that much money. One final question. How much we paid for this kind of audit that they performed at HFA?
The total cost, Mrs. Chanley, do you have
Off
that?
the top of my head, it was below the original amount, and if you'd like, you can either reach out to me, call me, or email me. We did have it in the original approval. Do you have it in front of you? I didn't know.
I just rolled past it. Hang on a second.
There was an actual amount that was given in advance to show transparency and respect, of course, for fiduciary responsibility, and I know that we did not exceed that. As a matter of fact, we went below.
I see 20,000.
That was the payment, just.
Yes.
right.
That
Ms.
was just the
Allen?
payment, right? Okay.
Do you have that amount in front of you?
I believe it was for $40,000.
That sounds
up to